So my name is Sneha Bale. I'm a current senior at Westwood High School in Austin, Texas. I'm part of the fundraising department and I hold a position of just being a fundraising agent.
My name's Vada. I am in the 11th grade. I go to Kinder High School for the Performing and Visual Arts, and I'm a publicity agent.
I'm Anish. I'm a junior right now. I go to St. Mary's Hall High School in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm an expansion agent.
Chapter, I guess Westwood JSA is kind of new. This is our first year being an official chapter. So it's really great to have a position on Texas JSA and just to learn about people being involved in the activity, learn from people from all over the schools. I met some people from like my own region, like from Round Rock High School. I met people from like the PMC region and then from my department as well. No, it's just a really good way of like networking and meeting new people. But I really like the time we're just talking with our department, fundraising, just going over ideas, answering questions. It was just a really close-knit kind of circle, and it was great to learn new things.
Favorite thing was getting to meet my department members and seeing who I'm going to work with for the rest of the year. And I had a lot of fun playing like icebreaker games and playing Gartic Phone.
I definitely say like meeting a lot of people because I definitely knew a lot of JSAers coming into JSA, especially since I've known a lot of people through debate or just like in general through like meetings I've had. But it was nice seeing everyone in a Zoom call that I might or might not have known before. And especially meeting people in expansion since I am in the expansion department and people like in publicity and in the CIA, especially since we're working together, it was really nice to like meet a lot of new faces. I mean, in addition to like learning how to get a very solid fundraising start and like have a very solid fundraising model, I'd say a very interesting thing I learned, I guess, was just like how much effort goes on behind the scenes of JSA, especially in expansion. I know Rachel was talking about this in our breakout room, but expansion is definitely one of the, not most difficult, but I'd say one of the most interesting / intensive departments, just because there are so many schools that either don't have JSA and want them or might not know about JSA in the first place, that we're always trying to like see if they want to engage with JSA and build up more about JSA. And I guess it's really interesting because I never really knew what was going on like behind the scenes for JSA, and I guess now I do.
So I kind of thought Texas JSA was a lot kind of smaller than it actually is. I just learned that there's like a lot of kind of things that go into preparation for like fall day that I didn't really realize. There's a lot to do and like every department plays a big role. As I said, that like I'm pretty new to like the Texas JSA kind of like, I guess, organization or just being part of JSA at all. So it was really interesting to learn about like different departments and just kind of like how they all tie together to like have really successful conventions and like publicity and all of that.
I learned how interconnected the different departments are and how many opportunities for collaboration there are, especially between publicity and fundraising, or publicity and activism and fundraising.
I was sort of into Ravenclaw, and I definitely think I agree with that because I don't really identify with Gryffindor or Slytherin, and Hufflepuff is kind of ambiguous. So, I mean, I'd say I'm like either a Ravenclaw or a Hufflepuff, but Ravenclaw I definitely think I identify with.
I'm sorted into Ravenclaw, and I do not agree with getting sorted into it because I've been a Hufflepuff since like elementary school, and I feel like the characteristics are really vague because all they said were like hardworking and kind, and I feel like that's like basically everybody, pretty much. So I don't think it was accurate.
Yeah, I think fundraising is really important for me. I know my club for JSA, like for Westwood JSA, we're not really allowed to like charge dues for like first year students. So like fundraising becomes very important when you can't directly charge money from your students. So I think it's just gonna help me like how to like network and how to kind of reach out to other companies and how they're willing to help out. That's what I'm just really looking forward to. And I'm excited to be part of like getting buses for like conventions and like hotels, but then also designing merch is really, really fun for me. And just kind of learning how we distribute that or holding some sort of booths at conventions just sounds interesting.
Really excited to make posts and get creative, and especially try to like do more IGTV and reels and just edit videos because I really enjoy doing that.
So I'd say like build more and like reach out to more people who aren't in JSA. Because living in San Antonio, I know a lot of schools that aren't in JSA, and I know people from schools who hadn't heard about JSA, and when they heard about it, they were just really interested in becoming a part of JSA and like interacting with it and possibly like getting a club for JSA or building a JSA chapter. So it's going to be really exciting to spread JSA to them, because I don't think we've had a lot of expansion representatives in cabinet from San Antonio specifically.